Okay, now I'm going to show you what to do if you need to correct an incorrect punch or add a punch for somebody. So if somebody tells you that they forgot to punch in, or if somebody forgot to punch out, or if they forgot to punch in after lunch at 12:30, for example, but remembered at 2 o'clock and they quickly punched in at 2 o'clock, well, that's not going to be correct, so that would have to be edited. So I just want to show you how to do that. I have one now because Michelle Little forgot to punch in this morning. She let me know, and then I haven't been able to do it yet, so she wasn't sure what to do at lunch, so she didn't do anything, and finally she just ended up clocking in at 1. So my error for not getting back to her quickly, but I wasn't able to do it first thing this morning. So I told her I'd go in and fix it now. So what I'm gonna do is click on Michelle Little. I wanna make sure I'm on the correct pay period. So I'm gonna click the pay period button. And let's see where we're at. So as you can see, today, 9/9, she clocked in at 1 o'clock. What should have happened is she clocked in at 8 this morning, clocked out at 11:30, clocked back in at 12:30. So this 1 o'clock one shouldn't really be here. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the X button to just delete it completely. Delete. And then, because now she has nothing in for today at all, I'm going to click on Add Shift and then Add Punch. You might be able, I haven't tried the Add Work Shift. You might be able to do the whole shift from here. Let's try that. Okay, Add Shift. So her clock in is going to be today at 8 a.m. Her clock out is also today, and we're gonna make that 11:30 because that was her lunch. Doing this one-handed, so bear with me. These sections here, you could write notes in. I normally, if I'm doing a change for somebody, or if I'm entering in a PTO for somebody this way, I'll write a note in there that what happened, and I maybe would write Michelle Little forgot to clock in, and Patty is entering it per an email. I'm not going to do all that right now because I'm holding my phone and I can't do that one-handed, but that is something you could use that for. Also, this button here is the manager approval. So once we get to the point where you are approving time cards, you're going to have to approve the time card, each clock in and out. If you want to approve it in advance because you already know this is correct because you're the one doing it, you could do that here, and that's fine. So I'm going to scroll down and hit Save. And then you can see that that first shift of her day is corrected. So she clocked in here at 8 a.m. and then she clocked out at 11:30. So now that's correct. These check marks over here show that it was approved by you. If you scroll up, you can see that these other ones haven't been approved yet. And again, when we get to that point, you are going to be checking those boxes once they're approved. So we also have to clock her back in because she is in from lunch. So we're going to go back to the Add Shift button. And this time, instead of doing Add Work Shift, we'll just add a punch because we're just doing one punch instead of the whole shift. And we're going to clock her back in. I'm going to change the date again. And we're going to clock her in at 12:30. Make sure it's PM. Again, you could write a note there. I'm going to go ahead and approve it because I'm the one that did it. And I'm going to hit Save. So now her day today is correct. She clocked in at 8, clocked out at 11:30 for lunch, clocked back in at 12:30, and I have approved them both. You don't have to save it again, it's already done. Another way that you can edit, so say somebody had an incorrect punch in here, and instead of having to delete it and re-enter, if you know that you just need to change this to 8:30, for example, or change this, to 11, you can actually click right on the time and you can edit it right there. So you would just put the new time in, as long as it's a time that is after her last punch and before her next punch, it will accept it, and then you're going to hit Save. but I'm not going to do that right now. So that is how you enter a punch in and a punch out.